Oh, this coming Monday?
All right,
Okay,
7
thanks.
o'clock. Can you please call this meeting to order and join me for the Pledge of Allegiance?
Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
All right, can we get a roll call, please?
Candeloro.
Here.
De Palma.
Here.
Marshall.
Here.
Stengland.
Here.
Unruh.
Here.
Rumble.
Here. All right, we need a motion to approve the agenda.
So moved.
Thank you,
Support.
Dana. Thank you, Bob. All those in favor, please signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Motion carries. All right, that brings us to our reports. We have a treasury report. We have our reconciliation report, the general ledger report, our designated report, and then we have our building report and recreation report. John, did you want to say anything? Okay, thank you. Senior Center report, I don't see Faye, so we'll move on. And then the CDBG report as of February. All right, so that brings us to our trustees. Scott, you got anything down there?
No,
Nothing.
Brings you to correspondence.
What? I
Oh,
gotta
trustee-
finish the
okay,
trustees.
sorry. I'm on vacation still, sorry.
Yeah, you skipped about 4 reports, girl. All right, Scott, go ahead. No, okay, Steve?
No, sir.
All right, Bob?
No, we just had a meeting for the September Fest, but John can cover anything,
Okay,
really nothing to cover. And you got the notes
all right,
in your package.
thank you. Tony?
Met with the Parks and Rec for the fireworks discussions again, and for the baseball field additions that we're going to talk about tonight.
Okay, thank you, Tony. Treasurer? Dana?
Okay, I'll give my report. On March 2nd was the final day for tax collection. We collected 97.67% of the taxes we should have collected. The rest of the taxes are sent to Oakland County now, and they are delinquent. I'm in the process with Oakland County of settling from what I collected to what I paid out and what I was supposed to collect. And so then I will have final payment. We'll get a payment from Oakland County for the delinquent, and then I'll make my final payment out for disbursements probably in May. I attended the Sports Boosters fundraiser for the Brandon School District for their fundraising for the Sports Boosters. That was a great night. I attended a village meeting. I attended the DDA meeting on 4/24. Or I attended the DDA meeting, and then on 4/24, they're going to have a euchre night. I attended the BGYA breakfast. Thank you for everybody who put that on. None of my subcommittees met. I also attended the Oakland County Treasurers Training. And 2026 dog licenses are still available in our office or online through docupet.com. This year, dog licenses expired on 3/31, but they're given a 30-day grace period, and so you have until the end of April to get your dog license. Otherwise, in May, the prices will go up. And then I worked a lot later on in our new business for G and H on fundraising activities, now that we're doing the fireworks, on some ideas there. So I worked a lot on that with the help of the clerk's office and John. So that's later on in the packet.
All right, thank you, Dina. No clerk's report tonight, so for supervisor's report, just a couple things. The CMI drop-off location that we used to have access to, we no longer have access to that at no cost to township residents. Residents can still go, but the company has decided to charge $25 per load there now. We received our most recent revenue sharing check in the amount of $266,701. Myself, Steve, and Tony are going to be going to the MTA conference here at the end of May. Did I say Steve?
Oh, okay.
The end of April.
Yes, end of April, sorry.
It's okay.
So we're looking forward to that. And then we have broke ground on the pickleball courts out at the Township Park, if you haven't seen that yet. And then I did apply for, on behalf of the township and in conjunction with Groveland Township, for a scrap tire grant. So if that gets awarded, residents will be able to dispose of tires, not rims, at Groveland Fire Station number 2 on Grange Hall at to be determined scheduled days and times. So hopefully we get that grant awarded. All right, and that is it for that. So that brings us to our correspondence. We have our Park Board firework meeting minutes and September meeting minutes of March 18th, 2026, and our ZBA minutes of February 25th, 2026. All right, so that brings us to citizens' comments on agenda items only this time, and you are limited to 3 minutes if anybody would like to come up. Okay, not seeing any. We do not have any discussion tonight. So that brings us to our consent agenda. We have our regular meeting minutes of March 2nd, 2026, regular bills in the amount of $15,311.50, and prepays in the amount of $411,910.38. So we need a motion to approve the consent agenda.
So moved.
Second?
Thank you, Bob. Thank you, Tony. Any questions or comments on those? Okay, seeing none, can we have a roll call, please?
DePalma.
Yes.
Marshall.
Yes.
Stengman.
Yes.
Unruh.
Yes.
Candelora.
Yes.
Rumble.
Yes, motion carries. No unfinished business tonight, so we'll jump right into our new business. The first thing we have is our 2026 West Nile virus program. We need to submit this project plan that's attached to this, and then once we do that, we can place our order with Ace Hardware. So we're looking to participate in Oakland County 2026 West Nile virus program and allow me to submit the project plan and purchase the mosquito products in the amount of up to $4,000, and then request reimbursement from Oakland County for $3,536.59 after the resolution is approved, which will come to the next meeting.
Well, you just read the whole motion, so I make the motion that you just read.
All right.
Or were you making
I'll
the
second
motion?
that.
Oh, you're good.
And I'll second that.
All right. Any questions or comments on the 2026 West Nile program? Okay, seeing none, can we get a roll call, please?
Marshall.
Yes.
Stengman.
Yes.
Unruh.
Yes.
Candelora.
Yes.
DePalma.
Yes.
Rumble.
Yes. Motion carries. All right, that brings us to the Township baseball field fencing. Dave, as the facilities manager, has been contacted contractors to complete the outfield and dugout fencing that we've been trying to get done out there. We have 3 companies and quotes attached. The Parks and Rec Subcommittee did meet this morning and discuss these quotes, and the Park Board is recommending the approval of Mader Enterprises quote for the fencing to the board.
I'll make a motion to accept the quote from Mader Enterprise in the amount of $33,900 to complete the baseball field fencing at the Township Park, coming from 101-752-977.150 land improvements capitalized.
Second?
Thank you, Steve. Thank you, Tony. Any additional comments or questions? Okay, seeing none, can we get a roll call, please?
Stengman.
Yes.
Unruh.
Yes.
Candelora.
Yes.
DePalma.
Yes.
Marshall.
Yes.
Rumble.
Yes, motion carries. All right, and then that brings us to the Sherman Park agreement, and you do have an updated one in front of you. We added 1 sentence to that before we took it to the Parks Committee this morning. So on the second page, what was added was just about the aluminum bleachers belonging to the township. So that is in the 3rd paragraph on the 2nd page.
Second page.
Yep.
And then after we sign this, then it has to go to the village
It goes
board?
to, Stuart recommended to send it to the village first and
First,
have them
because we
sign
had
it
a
and then come
change.
back to us.
Okay, because we had a change.
Yep.
Have they been good with us so far, or did they give us a
So
change?
I sent them stuff in June of 2025,
Okay.
and then they just responded in March of 26, and the terms were very similar, but a few things here and there were missing. But I sent both of those to Stuart, and then he kind of combined them all into the agreement that you see in front of you.
Okay, so this does incorporate what they're hoping for, so
Yeah.
hopefully they will read this and be okay with it and sign it
I would hope so.
based on, so, okay. But we've kind of agreed to what they wanted to change to, okay.
Well, there's been no agreement yet, but
But we're
but
passing
yes.
it to go to them
Yes.
based on what also they had
Right,
in there. so,
correct.
Right, that's what I'm saying, so. Okay, I'll make the motion to approve the attached Sherman Park agreement and allow the supervisor and clerk to sign it after it is approved by the village of Ortonville.
Second.
All right, any additional comments? Seeing none, roll call, please.
Unruh.
Yes.
Candelora.
Yes.
DePalma.
Yes.
Marshall.
Yes.
Stengman.
Yes.
Yes, motion carries. All right, and that brings us to our police services renewal millage. Our millage does expire at the end of 2026 for police services. So in order to continue providing police services, we need to ask the voters for a renewal millage. So that we don't have a lapse in service, Stuart has recommended that we take this to the August 4 ballot. So he provided the language that is on here, so we're just looking to approve the language provided by Stuart.
I'll make the motion to approve the police services renewal millage as presented and send to Oakland County for inclusion on the August 4th, 2026 ballot.
Support.
Thank you, Dana. Thank you, Bob. Any additional comments? Okay, seeing none, can we get a roll call, please?
Candeloro,
Yes.
DePalma,
Yes.
Marshall,
Yes.
Stenglen,
Yes.
Unruh,
Yes.
Rumble.
Yes, motion carries. All right, and then this brings us to our 2 second readings for the ordinances we had previously seen. So the first one is to amend for service station ordinances. So we already approved the first reading last month. This is just the second reading coming back, and no changes were made. Correct, Steve? No changes were made after the first reading?
No.
Okay. So would somebody like to make?
I'll
the
make a motion to adopt for the second reading the revised Article 3 district regulations by amending the Section 46-208 Local Business District, C1, and Section 46-209 General Business District, C2, revising the city ordinance of the Charter of Township, Brandon, Oakland County, Michigan, as presented.
Okay, thank you, Steve.
I'll second.
Thank you, Scott. Any additional comments on the second reading? Okay, can we get a roll call, please?
DePalma,
Yes.
Marshall,
Yes.
Stenglen,
Yes.
Unruh,
Yes.
Candeloro,
Yes.
Rumble.
Yes, motion carries. All right, and then we have the second reading for accessory structure size changes that we discussed at the last meeting. So this is the second reading for that, and I do not believe any changes were made to
Nope.
that after the first reading either. Okay,
So, I'll make a motion to adopt, the revised Article 4 General Regulation by amending Sections 46-242 accessory buildings and structures, revising the code of ordinances for the Charter Township of Brandon, Oakland County, Michigan, as presented.
Second.
Steve, thank you, Tony. Any additional comments on that amendment? Or for second reading? Okay, seeing none, can we get a roll call, please?
Marshall,
Yes.
Stenglen,
Yes.
Unruh,
Yes.
Candeloro,
Yes.
DePalma,
Yes.
Rumble.
Yes, motion carries. All right, that brings us to the policy for fundraising activities, and Dana's gonna handle that.
Yes, so with the township taking over Brandon Community Fireworks, the issue of fundraising has come up. Our current township operations manual does not have any policies addressing fundraising by the township. So Clerk Blair reached out to the township labor attorney to see if a policy was recommended. The township attorney did recommend a policy and drafted that attached section 4.17 policy on fundraising activities. This proposed policies was reviewed by Clerk Blair, myself, and Supervisor Rumble, and we all recommend it for the board to be approved as the policy presented. So you guys had the policy to look over, wanted to see if we can get approval for it, so we can start fundraising for fireworks.
I'll motion to approve the Brandon Township Operations Manual, Section 4.17 as presented.
Support.
Thank you, Tony. Thank you, Bob. Any questions or comments on the fundraising policy? Okay, seeing none, we'll take a roll call, please.
Stenglen,
Yes.
Unruh,
Yes.
Candeloro,
Yes.
DePalma,
Yes.
Marshall,
Yes.
Rumble.
Yes, motion carries. And then our final item tonight is adopting Stripe for online fundraising.
Okay, so the Parks and Recs Department would like to use Stripe, a third-party electronic donation collection platform for the acceptance of online donations for Brandon Township fireworks and future events. The newly adopted policy on fundraising activities requires that the third-party online fundraiser platforms be approved prior to use, and Treasurer myself is, as Treasurer DePalma myself, is asking the board to approve this motion as presented. So John looked into, and I helped him many different platforms, and we feel Stripe was the best. The current fee is a standard 2.9% plus 30 cents. So for every $100, it would lose $3.20 of the fundraising costs. So we'd bring in $96.80 for the fireworks. We've contacted also other communities and agencies, and this was really the best one that we could find. I do have the general terms, stuff from their website. I have their service agreement, their other general terms agreement. It would just be used as only, because I know you can use Stripe also to make payments, but it will be set up just as a place for people to make donation, and then the money gets moved into the account, the fund for the fireworks. Because right now, it's just going to be for fireworks. Later on, if we open it up, say, for September Fest or something else, then we'd have a separate, so we would know that this is fireworks money, this is September Fest money, et cetera. I would be the one who opens up the account as the treasurer. It wouldn't be the Parks and Recs department. So when he wants to do something, I'd have to go in and start the fundraiser on the site. And then the money would come into our account. How I want to set it up, weekly, monthly, it would be at least monthly. It wouldn't be anything. I'm not sure what they allow for. I think the first one's like 7 to 14 days. I might do it weekly, have it sweep into our bank account. It won't be anything more than a month, but I probably would do weekly.
Do we currently have a provider for that service?
Pardon me? No, we don't have any provider for that service. The only thing we've gotten so far is some fundraising for fireworks, but that's been like by check, which is what we've done before, so.
So I'm not sure if it falls under this motion or anything, but I'm just curious, I mean, how are you getting out this fundraising where people can donate? You know, obviously you gotta market it. How are you guys doing that? I'm not sure if it falls under this motion, if not,
We can
we'll
talk about
it.
how it, yeah.
Just out of curiosity, you can get it out there and say, hey, this is it.
Yeah, so we, right now, we've done kind of the traditional, like, boxes at some of the stores like Beaky's and Tractor Supply, where they can just drop a buck. And we're planning on, once we set up the campaign, to have a QR code, so it'll take them right to the Stripe website. So they could go and donate, you know, kind of whatever they want. We could put like a minimum, like maybe $10 or something as a minimum. And then they can just donate however they want. It would just be an ongoing, we could do donation year round. You know, if people want to donate around Christmas time, they can.
For Christmas in the village or whatever. So, but you're gonna do, the QR code right now will be for fireworks, and then once fireworks closes, if you decide you wanna do for September Fest.
Right.
And then you can put it on our Facebook page.
Yeah, Facebook page, flyers that we'd set up through
Website.
schools, on our website. We actually created a separate area on our website within Parks and Rec that's just for fireworks. So people can go in there and it'll explain, because we're planning on doing like parking and stuff like that at the event. So we're gonna explain all that. Right. And then you were gonna put new flyers on the cash drop boxes too, in case somebody saw that and didn't have cash on them, and they could scan it then too.
Yeah, we take Apple Pay. You know, things like that.
So they
Okay.
can do both that way.
Okay, I'm just curious.
Yeah. We are doing pretty good on that fundraising for the
Nice.
for the fireworks, so.
Like to keep updated, not
Yeah.
just how good it's doing, you know?
We got 4,000 from Groveland, 5,000 from Oakland County, 4,000 from us, and 2,000 from the Lions Club.
I was
How much
just
do we
gonna
need?
say,
It's like 25 all in for everything. The fireworks are about 20,000.
Bob's a better mathematician than I am. How much did you just say? He's a firefighter, kind of.
Kind of, yeah.
But yeah, Oakland County's
That's
came
about
today.
13 or 14,000.
That's still good.
Oakland County's came today.
Yeah, I had to
deposited
sign the.
Oakland County's
We had to
today.
create an invoice and send to them.
Yeah.
And then there was a couple people we sent stuff to we haven't heard back from.
And then
So,
Groveland, we got ours, yeah,
Yeah.
so.
and I believe we got the Lions. She was here last week dropping off checks. So,
It might have came in last week. Last week I was
or actually,
on
that's
vacation.
15,000. We got 4, 4, 2, and 5. So that's 15.
Yes.
Okay,
So we're doing really good.
that is good.
And then John said
That's
there's
fast.
some in a lot of the bins around town, but they haven't collected it yet because they don't want to leave them empty.
They're gonna go collect them as soon as they have the QR code, so they're gonna.
To
that way-
change that,
yeah,
yep.
change it out. Yeah.
Nice.
So we should make that on Wednesday. I have a funeral tomorrow, and then, but we'll get it all set up tomorrow if you guys approve. Or I'll set up on Wednesday. It was supposed to be tomorrow, but if
Yeah.
you guys approve, we'll do it all on Wednesday.
All
Good
right.
stuff, man.
Does somebody want to make the motion?
I'll make the motion.
Okay.
To approve the treasurer to open a Stripe account for use as a third-party electronic donation collection platform for their acceptance of online donations on behalf of Brandon Township, with such service to function solely as a deposit-only mechanism for receipt and transfer of funds to be administered in accordance with township policies, financial policies, internal controls, and applicable approval procedures. Who wrote this? An attorney? What are we?
Yes.
The end.
To wit, heretofore.
Any additional comments on using Stripe for fundraising? All right, can we get a roll call, please?
Unruh,
If it was me, yes. I don't know.
Candelora,
Yes.
De Palma,
Yes.
Marshall,
Yes.
Stengland,
Yes.
Rumble.
Yes, motion carries. All right, that's the end of our new business. That brings us back to citizen comments on anything. Please remember your time is limited to 3 minutes. Is there anybody that has anything to say tonight? Okay, see none. Any additional board comments, Scott?
I do not have any.
Steve?
I am looking for that MTA conference. It is a good time for me, as me being on the planning commission. We see how we get to meet up with people who are, how the other communities are developing. You got them all under one roof. So I am looking forward to going to that. It's a good
We
time.
actually get a lot out of
It's
that.
a lot of business to be done there and to find out what other people are doing. So I'm looking forward to that.
Bob?
Nothing.
Tony?
Looking forward to attending the conference for the first time this year and learning more about it.
Sorry. Yep. Dana?
Well, I wish I could attend that conference this year, but instead the week after, I'm also gonna attend a good conference at, for treasurers training with the, MMTA to get certified for treasury, and so that'll be good training, so I have to forego the other one. Can't do both 2 weeks in a row, but, otherwise, I don't know, enjoy your spring. It's spring. Hopefully the weather starts to clear up.
Yeah, I hope so.
Looking forward to the Mayflowers.
Yep. I just want to say, hope everybody had a good, I almost said Thanksgiving, a good Easter and spring break, and we'll see you guys next month. So we are looking for a motion to adjourn.
Well moved.
Thank you, Bob.
Support.
Thank you, Dana. All those in favor, please signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Motion carries.